Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part 4 of my answer segment for my 4,000 subscriber questions and answers special. Let's jump right to the next question because we still have a ways to go. And this question is submitted by my good friend Afarori. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, buddy. I do that a lot. I'm not good at pronouncing names. Titus. He asks, Dario, will you ever get to see this comment as you have read about a million other comments before this? Well, I guess that answers your question. I got to it, didn't I? Next question is submitted by Czechoslovakia. Number 1. What games are you looking forward to most this year? Absolutely nothing. I hate new age games. There is nothing coming out that I even remotely care about. Number 2. If you had to do one of your previous Let's Plays again, which would it be? I definitely would say Parappa the Rapper. I had a lot of fun doing that Let's Play, but it was frustrating at times because it took me like 30-something takes on certain levels. And I think if I Let's Played again, I would do a much better job the second time around. But I don't plan on Let's Playing it again because, as I mentioned in the previous question, Let's Playing a game is not part of my repertoire. And as last question, what is your favorite game that you don't plan to Let's Play? That's a tough one. I would probably lean towards Advance Wars on the Game Boy Advance. It's a really, really fun game. I absolutely love that game. It's a strategy tactics game. But it's really meant more for 2 players, and it's really more of a game that's fun to play, not Let's Play, if that makes sense. Okay. And next question is submitted by Spentendo100. He asks, will you Let's Play Infamous Prototype or the rest of the God of War series that aren't on the trilogy? I never heard of Infamous Prototype, so I really can't comment on that. As far as for the rest of the God of War games that aren't part of the trilogy, the problem with Let's Playing them is, aren't they all on the PSP? I don't own a PSP, that's number 1. And number 2, there's really no good way to emulate it or anything like that, because the emulators aren't that great for it. So to answer that, probably not. And it's the good thing is it's not really essential to the main trilogy, so yeah, probably not. Next question is submitted by Mega Awesome Shane. He asks, what video game do you hate? Hate is such a strong word, isn't it? There's a lot of video games I hate. I'm probably gonna say, let me think about this for a second. I know you all want me to say Minecraft, but the problem is this: I don't really consider Minecraft a video game because it's not really. It's a video game, but it's not a commercial video game. So, throw that out the window. There's a lot of games I hate. There was one game that I really do hate, though, is RoboCop for the, I think it was for Super Nintendo. I don't even remember. Look at this. I don't even remember what system it's for. I try to block it out. But that game was so frustrating. I remember playing it and dying and dying and dying and dying. And you know what? That was a game I rented and I had to return it right away. I was sick to my stomach after playing it. Okay. This next question. What is your favorite TV show? I don't watch TV anymore. I gotta be honest with you. I used to love, like when I grew up, I loved Nickelodeon. I was a big Nickelodeon guy with a lot of the, especially Teen Nick. You know, the Kenan and Kel, Are You Afraid of the Dark? There was a show called Space Cases, which a lot of people probably never heard of. I loved. Salute Your Shorts. There was a lot of old Nickelodeon shows I liked. And I haven't really watched that much TV since then. I'm only watching for sports, really, like basketball or football. It's just, to me, TV's gotten so lame. And I guess if there's a it's kind of sad to say this, but one thing I do tend to watch sometimes at night is a channel called The Hub. And they show classic television like Happy Days and The Wonder Years. And I really enjoy reliving some of those old episodes. And his final question: will you let's play Resident Evil 5? I hope so. You know, I really want to do that one in the future. It's just a question of when will, I have to find, first of all, I'm not let's playing it by myself. It's too difficult. It really is. It's too difficult to play by yourself, so I need a co-op partner. And so it's not got to be, do I want to let's play? It's got to be, does the co-op partner want to let's play it? And it's going to, and it takes a lot of work to get two people that don't live in the same household to let's play a game together, Okay. Next set of questions submitted by Going Bonkers 202. Nice username, man. Have you played Darksiders? No, I haven't, to be honest. So I don't know what that is. Number 2. Kittens? Just one kitten. I have a cat. A kitten that I adopted a couple months ago. I think it's like going on 3 or 4 months now. Love her to death. Drives me nuts sometimes, but don't all kittens. And his last question: how tall are you? Didn't I answer that one before? 5'11". Okay. Next questions are submitted by an old friend of mine, Miss Master 1. He asks, will you ever let's play another Final Fantasy game? I don't know if anyone else asked that yet, but no, I think this is the first time someone asked that. I might. I don't know which one I would do yet, like maybe 7. Like, I'll tell you the ones I'm not going to do. How's that? I will never let's play Final Fantasy 11. Oh, wait, that's online. That's online anyway. I'm sorry. I'll never let's play Final Fantasy 12. Never play let's play Final Fantasy 13. I might do 7. I've already mentioned I'll probably do 10 too. Tactics, maybe, down the road. And that's really about it. Maybe I'll go old school and do a 4 or 5 eventually, but we're talking way down the road, I'm not even thinking about that right now. And his second question is, what is your favorite PlayStation 1 game? There's a lot of good PlayStation 1 games, a ton of RPGs. A ton. You know what? I'm gonna go with Breath of Fire 3. Game I'm gonna future let's play very soon. That game is very underrated. I think the reason it received a lot of criticism, a lot of people didn't like the music, but that game is so much fun, and there's just so much you can do. You know what? It's really close between that game and Xenogears, I must say. Final Fantasy 7, it's good, but yeah, you know what? It's definitely Breath of Fire. There's so much. It's not an easy RPG, they don't make it easy, which is great, because I'm tired of these ridiculously easy role-playing games. And at the same time, it's just so much little elements and features of that game that keep me interested all the time. The story's pretty good, too. Different story. Very easy to comprehend story. Nothing convoluted or complicated about understanding the story. Like Final Fantasy VI, and a lot of Final Fantasy games tend to do that. They always overcomplicate their stories, and it really confusing to understand sometimes. Okay. Where was I? Oh, and his final question. When are you going to the land of the cheese again? Land of the cheese. Well, I mentioned the previous question that I'd love to be the god of the cheese. I plan on going very soon, maybe in like... Problem is New Jersey is constraining me, but maybe in, a month or 2. We'll see what happens. Okay, next question. Submitted by Hacked Glitch 265. He asks, what is your favorite game? Again, Link to the Past. Are you planning on let's playing it, or have done it? I may have missed it. Yep, Link to the Past. Done it. Number 3, my favorite sport/hobby. Favorite hobby is let's playing. Favorite sport is basketball. Next question submitted by Gara1587, and I don't know if it's a she or he, but they ask, What made you get into Greek mythology in the first place? I don't know. I just always had a liking to it. You know, swords. Kitty, stop eating my mic. Swords and, you know, the whole... I know King Arthur's not really part of it, but the whole mystical wizardry, swords and all that. You know, the fact that Greek mythology has all that, I was just, like, dumbfounded. Back in school, we actually read the Odyssey. Very interesting book. And I think, so I would say probably back in school, and even before that, old school gaming kind of got me into Greek mythology. Okay, if you could meet any Let's Player in life, who would they be and why? If I could meet any Let's Player in real life, who would they be? Let me think. Oh, sorry, I had to stretch there. Let me stretch over here. Oh, man. Alright. Well, I would love to meet Donna Bells. I don't know if she'd be number one, but I would love to meet her just because, from what I understand, she's an interior designer. And she would make me a cool T-shirt that says "What's going on" on the back, and Dario 86. Let's play with Dario 8676 in the front, and I think that would be pretty epic. Okay. Number 3. What is your type of music? I've kind of already mentioned that I don't really have any favorites. I kind of like everything. So, alright. And the next question is from Mr. Moneybags51. He asks, do you eat fish eyes? I'm asking this because, well, you probably know why, because I'm Portuguese. No, I do not eat fish eyes. I think it's absolutely disgusting. However, my grandma does, and a lot of Portuguese people do, and I think it's gross. And I've seen people eat it, and let me tell you, why? Is there juice in there or something? Is there juice in my eyeballs? Can I squeeze it out and find out? I don't know. I think it's just so gross. Ugh. Number 2, if you could buy any car, which car would it be? I'm not gonna go specifically brand, but I'm gonna say I would like to see how these hybrid cars work. From what I understand, they have amazing miles per gallon, and they're so quiet. I would just like to ride one and just see exactly how awesome the gas efficiency is in it. I think that would be cool. Oh yeah. Number 3. What is the thing that you hate the most about modern day gamer? Things like being picky about graphics, etc. He writes. The thing I hate most about modern day gamers, I'm gonna say their lack of appreciation. I'm not saying it applies to all of them, but it definitely applies to a lot of them. Their lack of appreciation for their ancestors, the games that made them what they are, and their lack of appreciation for story. Sample in point. Final Fantasy 13. Yes, yes. Here comes the flow of bashing. Final Fantasy 13. Great graphics. Okay gameplay. Very pretty scenery. Ass story. I'm sorry. I think the story... Again, opinion people, so don't jump on my throat, but I don't like the story of 13. It's confusing, convoluted. It's like another Final Fantasy 7 story. It's just completely outrageous. So I feel like people have lost their appreciation for the stories. That's the main thing. Can't people like go back in the day? I understand a lot of the stories back are so cliche and so simple back in the day. Like, oh, princess kidnapped, hero saves princess, princess comes home. But you know what? Those are some of the most intriguing stories. I hate to say it. You know what I mean? At least it's like it was more of like the stories that kids dreamt about growing up. You know what I mean? When you grow up, you're like, oh, I gotta save it. That's the main thing you dreamt about, saving somebody or simple stuff. You know? I don't like convoluted stories. I really don't. Okay, what time are we at? We are at 15 minutes. get a few more questions in here. I don't want to kill you guys with another 33-minute session, so I'll try to cut it down a little bit per episode. Next questions are submitted by Tunport Zero, I guess. I can't pronounce that, but do you plan on doing any other Final Fantasy games apart from the ones you've done? I've already answered that. Where do you come from? I was born in New Jersey. I lived here all my life. My parents are from Portugal, but I'm from here. Yay. Number 3, do you even need to use walkthroughs? No. I actually refuse to use a lot of walkthroughs. I have used a Let's Play guide. Like, I think when I was playing Mega Man X2, I used NCS as a guide, just so I can remember what a few of the power-ups are. But other than that, I don't really use walkthroughs. I think it's kind of copping out. Okay, next questions is submitted by Mr. Saturn 222222. He asks, what's your favorite candy? I used to love Earheads, but my favorite candy is that I don't eat much candy. When I do, I love what the hell are those things called? What is it called? You know the soft lifesavers? What are they called? The gummy lifesavers. They're awesome, absolutely awesome. Number 2, are you thinking of going to any conventions? Example, PAX Prime. No, not really. Hasn't really crossed my mind. Number 3, will you be doing Mega Man X3? Probably down the road. Maybe. Never really played it. Barely played it, so maybe down the road, but not anytime soon in my future plans. Alright, let's get a few more questions in here. Next question is submitted by Nintendo Freak. Number 1, what's 5 plus 4? What's 5 plus 4? 5 plus 4? You take 5 penny, you add 4 more penny, you get 45 penny, but then you subtract 33 and you get 9. So 5 plus 4 is 9. Yeah. Number 2, do you ever copy people's Let's Plays? No. I like to be an originalist, not a copycatter. Next question is submitted by Dude Main 1. Will you LP another Metroid game? Maybe. I haven't thought about that. That's one Let's Play I've done that was so awesome, and I don't think about it much, though, Super Metroid. But maybe down the road. Might consider another one. I don't know about the 3D ones. I don't own a Wii, but, you know. Number 2, when will you show yourself? Let's just say that sometime in 2011, I might actually show myself. Number 3, what is your favorite animal? Definitely gotta be, animal crackers. They're just absolutely delicious, and, I tell you, man, I love them. I love them, those animal crackers. Nah, but seriously, I've always, liked cats, even though they're evil, so. Alright, let's answer one more person's questions, and that's it. And this one is... Actually, I'll answer 2 more. This one is... The 3 Chaos 3N3 asks, would you do an LP of Prototype again? Never heard of it. Have you ever had a pet other than a cat? Yes, I've had tons of pets. Birds, fish, and they all ended in some horrible, tragic fate. Next question. Would you do an LP of Dragon Age Trilogy? Probably not. I played Dragon Age. It's okay, but not my cup of tea, really. Alright, our final question of the day. How did you get in NCS's box? Well, see, here's what happened. Okay, this is a very, very complicated a story. Basically, what happened is I went to visit NCS one day, and there was this giant um, box lying on the floor, like humongous box, and I decided to it had a bunch of styrofoam and everything in it. I crawled into there and I shut the box. The next thing I knew, NCS was taping it, and I was trapped inside. So I guess that's how he kind of got me in his box, and now I'm still trapped in there to this day. So if anybody can ever figure out how to get me out, please do so. But until then, I'm outie. No more questions for now. See you guys next time as we continue to answer the 4,000 subscriber Q&A, and we're about close to 70% done, so we're getting there. A few more days, we'll be done. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye.